$20,000 in credit card debt at 22% interest. If you only make the minimum payments, you'll be paying this off for the next 30 years. You'll pay over $50,000 total, more than double what you originally borrowed. The credit card companies designed it this way. They want you making minimums. They want you trapped. That $400 minimum payment feels manageable, so you keep paying it month after month, year after year, barely making a dent in the actual balance. But here's what they don't want you to know. You can kill this debt in 24 months, 2 years, not 3 decades. You don't need to make $200,000 a year to do it. You don't need to win the lottery or inherit money. You need a plan, and you need to execute that plan without excuses for 24 months. My name is Mike. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. The math, the psychology, the month-by-month strategy. By the end of this video, you'll know your exact path out of this debt. So hit subscribe because we're about to kill $20,000 in credit card debt in 24 months. First, you need to understand exactly how trapped you are right now. Because until you see the full picture, you won't have the motivation to do what needs to be done. Let's look at what minimum payments actually do. Credit card companies calculate your minimum payment as 2 to 3% of your balance. On $20,000, that's $400 to $600 per month, depending on the card. Let's say your minimum is $400. That sounds manageable. You've been paying it. You're current on your account. You feel like you're handling it. Here's what's actually happening every month. Your balance is $20,000. The interest rate is 22% annually, which means about 1.83% per month. 1.83% of $20,000 is $367. That's your interest charge for the month. Your $400 payment arrives. $367 goes to interest. $33 goes to reducing the actual debt. You paid $400 and your balance only dropped by $33. Next month, you owe $19,967. The interest charge is $365. Your $400 payment arrives. $365 to interest, $35 to principal. This continues for years. The vast majority of your payment goes to interest. Almost nothing touches the actual debt. At this rate, paying off $20,000 takes over 30 years. You'll make total payments exceeding $50,000. You'll pay $30,000 in pure interest for the privilege of having borrowed $20,000. That's not a payment plan. That's a wealth extraction machine. And here's what makes this truly insidious. As long as you're making minimum payments, the credit card company loves you. They're your ideal customer. You're profitable. You'll pay them for decades. They designed the minimum payment structure specifically to keep you in debt as long as possible while making you feel like you're being responsible by staying current. The minimum payment is a trap. It's not a path to freedom. It's a subscription service for debt. To actually pay off $20,000 in 2 years, you need to pay approximately $950 per month. That's more than double the minimum payment. It sounds impossible, especially if you're barely scraping together the $400 minimum right now. But I'm going to show you how to find that $950 per month no matter what you're currently making. The path exists. You just haven't seen it yet. Not everyone can afford to pay $950 per month, and that's okay. What matters is picking a realistic timeline and sticking to it. Let me show you 3 different speeds based on your income and situation. Speed 1, the 24-month aggressive payoff. Monthly payment, $950. Total amount paid, $22,800. Total interest paid, $2,800. Who this is for? Single people without kids making $50,000 or more. Dual income households making $80,000 or more. Anyone who can make major temporary lifestyle cuts. What it requires? Living like you're broke even if you're not. No restaurants, no vacations, no unnecessary purchases. Monk mode for 2 years. The benefit? You're free in 2 years. You save nearly $30,000 in interest compared to minimum payments. Speed 2, The 36-month moderate payoff. Monthly payment $670. Total amount paid $24,120. Total interest paid $4,120. Who this is for? Families with kids, single income households making $40,000 to $60,000, people who can't make extreme cuts because of dependents or obligations. What it requires? Significant lifestyle cuts, but not total deprivation. Sustainable sacrifice for 3 years. The benefit? You're free in 3 years. You save over $28,000 in interest compared to minimums. Speed 3. The 48-month survival payoff. Monthly payment $550. Total amount paid $26,400. Total interest paid $6,400. Who this is for? Low-income earners making $30,000 to $40,000. People with high fixed costs they can't reduce. Single parents. Anyone where even $670 per month isn't realistic. What it requires? Consistency. Small cuts maintained over a longer period. Patience. The benefit? You're free in 4 years. You save over $25,000 in interest compared to minimums, and you actually finish instead of giving up. Here's what you need to understand. All 3 of these speeds work. Faster means less interest, but it's harder to sustain. Slower means more interest, but it's achievable. The worst option is picking the aggressive timeline, burning out in month 5, and quitting entirely. Better to take 4 years and actually finish than to aim for 2 years and give up after 6 months. Be honest with yourself about what you can sustain. Don't pick the timeline that sounds impressive. Pick the one that matches your actual income and life situation. From here forward, I'm going to focus on the 24-month aggressive payoff because that's what the title promises. But the same principles apply to the longer timelines. You just adjust the monthly payment amount. Before you can pay off the debt, you have to stop creating new debt. This is the phase most people skip, and it's why they fail. If you're paying $950 per month toward your balance, but charging $400 per month in new purchases, you're only making $550 in actual progress. You're still in the debt cycle. The first 60 days are about plugging the hole in the boat. Then you can start bailing out the water. Step 1. Physically remove the ability to use credit cards. Take every credit card you own and put them in a container of water. Put that container in your freezer. Let it freeze solid. Sounds ridiculous. It works. When you want to buy something, you'd have to take the block of ice out, wait for it to melt, then use the card. That 30 to 60-minute delay kills most impulse purchases. Your rational brain has time to override your emotional brain. Or cut them up entirely. Destroy them. You don't need them for the next 24 months. Delete every saved credit card from Amazon, DoorDash, Uber Eats, every website and app where you've stored payment information. Remove them from Apple Pay and Google Pay. Make it as difficult as possible to use credit for the next 60 days. Add friction, add barriers, add inconvenience. Step 2. Switch to debit card or cash only. For the next 60 days minimum, you can only spend money that's actually in your checking account. If the money isn't there, you don't buy it. This creates immediate pain when you spend. Your checking account balance drops. You see it, you feel it. Credit card pain is delayed. You buy something today, but you don't feel the impact until the bill arrives weeks later. By then, you've forgotten half of what you charged. Debit and cash make spending hurt immediately. That pain is feedback. It keeps you from overspending. Step 3. Identify what you were using credit cards for and find replacements. Credit cards weren't just payment methods. They were filling emotional needs. Stressed after work? Order food on DoorDash. Bored on the weekend? Online shopping. Bad day? Retail therapy. If you remove credit cards without addressing these emotional triggers, you'll fail. You need replacement behaviors that don't cost money. Stressed after work? Go for a walk. Call a friend. Work out at home. Anything that doesn't involve spending. Bored on the weekend? Library. Free community events. Hiking. Things that cost $0. Bad day? Journal. Talk to someone. Watch something you already have access to. The replacements don't have to be as satisfying as the original behavior. They just have to fill the space so you're not white-knuckling your way through cravings. Step 4. Tell one person you're doing this. Not everyone, one person you trust. Say, I'm not using credit cards for the next 60 days. Check in with me weekly. That accountability matters. Breaking your commitment to yourself is easy. Breaking it to someone else who's watching is harder. These first 60 days are brutal. You'll hate it, you'll want to make exceptions, you'll justify emergencies that aren't actually emergencies. Don't. Just 60 days. 8 weeks. You can do anything for 8 weeks. After 60 days, using credit becomes less automatic. The habit is broken. And you've proven you can survive without them. That's when real debt payoff begins. Finding $950 per month looks completely different depending on what you make. Let me show you 3 paths. If you're making $30,000 to $45,000 per year, your take-home is roughly $2,000 to $2,800 per month. Paying $950 means living on $1,050 to $1,850 for everything else. That's rent, food, transportation, everything. This is borderline impossible without massive changes. Here's the only path that works. Months 1 through 6, scorched earth on expenses. Move in with family if that's an option, or get roommates. Your rent needs to drop by $400 to $800 per month. This isn't forever, it's 24 months. Sell your car if you have a payment. Buy a $2,000 beater in cash. Even if it's ugly and unreliable, it's temporary. You save $400 to $600 per month in payments and insurance. Food spending drops to survival mode. Rice, beans, frozen vegetables, chicken when it's on sale. You're spending $150 to $200 per month maximum. No restaurants, no delivery, no convenience foods. Cancel every subscription, all of them. Entertainment is free YouTube, the library, and walks in the park. Your target is to free up $500 to $700 per month through cuts. Months 7 through 24, income boost is non-negotiable. At this income level, you cannot cut enough to reach $950 per month. You have to earn more. Get a second job, weekends, evenings, whatever it takes. Even $300 to $500 per month in side income changes the math entirely. Or switch to a higher paying job. A $5,000 annual increase is $300 per month after taxes. Combined, $600 in cuts plus $400 in additional income gets you $1,000 per month. You're there. The reality, this requires sacrifice most people won't make. Temporary roommates, temporary second job, temporary rice and beans. But temporary is the key word. 24 months of discomfort buys you lifetime freedom from this debt. If you're making $50,000 to $75,000 per year, your take-home is roughly $3,200 to $4,300 per month. Paying $950 is 22 to 30% of your income. Challenging, but achievable without destroying your life. Months 1 through 3, attack the big 3 expenses. Housing. If you're over 30% of income on rent, get a roommate or downsize. Save $300 to $600 per month. Transportation. If you have a car payment, sell and buy used cash. Save $400 to $600 per month. Food. Meal prep every Sunday. No DoorDash, no restaurants for 90 days. Save $200 to $400 per month. Your target is $900 to $1,000 freed up just from these 3 changes. Months 4 through 24, maintain discipline. You've made the big cuts, now you just maintain them. Don't let expenses creep back up. Any raise or bonus goes 100% to debt. You don't increase lifestyle until the debt is gone. The path here doesn't require a second job necessarily. It requires discipline to keep living below your means even when you could afford to spend more. One night out per month is fine. Budget $40 for it, but not weekly, not $200 per month. Controlled exceptions, not free for all. If you're making $75,000 to $100,000 or more, your take-home is $4,700 to $6,200 per month. Paying $950 is only 15 to 20% of your income. This is very doable without extreme sacrifice. Month 1, audit your spending. Track everything for 30 days. You'll find $400 to $600 per month going to things you don't even remember buying. Subscriptions you forgot about, restaurants that blur together, impulse Amazon purchases, convenience spending. Cut it all. You're making good money, but you're also in $20,000 of debt. Act like it. Months 2 through 24, automate and maintain. Set up automatic payment of $950 to your credit card for the day after payday. Live on what's left. You'll adapt. The challenge at this income isn't finding the money, it's resisting lifestyle inflation. Your coworkers are buying new cars. Your friends are going on vacations. You're paying off debt. Stay focused. In 24 months, you'll have financial freedom they'll never achieve because they're financing their lifestyle while you're building a foundation. The key across all three income levels, you're finding the money through different methods, but the principle is the same. Make the debt payment non-negotiable. Everything else adjusts around it. If your $20,000 is spread across multiple credit cards, the order you pay them matters a lot. Most people pay off the smallest balance first because it feels good to eliminate an entire account. That's called the snowball method, and it costs you thousands in extra interest. The mathematically correct approach is the avalanche method. Pay off the highest interest rate first. Here's why. Let's say you have 3 cards. Card A has $8,000 at 24% interest. Card B has $7,000 at 19% interest. Card C has $5,000 at 15% interest. The snowball method says pay off card C first because it's the smallest. The avalanche method says pay off card A first because it has the highest interest rate. Let me show you the cost difference. Using the snowball method and paying $950 total per month, you'd pay roughly $5,200 in total interest over 24 months. Using the avalanche method with the same $950 per month, you'd pay roughly $4,100 in total interest over 24 months. The avalanche method saves you $1,100 just by attacking the cards in the right order. Here's how it works in practice. Make the minimum payment on cards B and C. Throw every extra dollar at card A. Let's say minimums on B and C total $300. That leaves $650 going to card A every month. At $650 per month, card A is paid off in about 14 months. Now you've eliminated the highest interest debt. Take that $650 plus the $150 you were paying as a minimum on card B. Now you're throwing $800 per month at card B. Card B gets killed in about 9 more months. That's month 23 total. Now take that $800 plus the minimum you were paying on card C. You've got $950 hitting card C, which only has about $4,000 left. Card C is gone in month 24. Same total payment every month, same timeline, but you saved $1,100 by simply paying them in order of interest rate instead of balance size. Now, I'll acknowledge that the snowball method has one advantage: the psychological win of eliminating a debt completely in the first few months. If you've tried and failed to pay off debt multiple times and motivation is your biggest problem, you might need that early win to stay on track. In that case, pay off the smallest balance first to prove to yourself that you can finish something. Then switch to the avalanche method for the remaining cards. But try the avalanche first. The math is too compelling to ignore unless you have a specific psychological reason to do otherwise. Months 6 through 12 are where most people fail. The initial motivation is gone. The finish line still feels far away. You're exhausted from being disciplined. Let me show you the traps that appear during this phase and how to survive them. Trap number 1, the deserve a break trap. It's month 8. You've been grinding for 8 months straight. You've paid off $7,000. You still owe $13,000. Your brain starts telling you that you deserve a break. You've been so good. You've earned the right to enjoy your money a little. So you justify a $300 purchase, then a $500 one. Before you know it, you're back to using the cards and your progress stalls. The counter: plan your rewards in advance. Every time you pay off $5,000, you get a small reward, not random, scheduled. $20,000 to $15,000, $30 reward from your checking account. Dinner out, movie, something small. $15,000 to $10,000, $50 reward. Slightly nicer dinner, small splurge. $10,000 to $5,000, $75 reward. $5,000 to $0, $200 celebration when you're completely done. The rewards exist, but they're planned, budgeted from your checking account and tied to actual milestones, not impulse buys when you're feeling deprived. Trap number 2, the progress invisibility. You've paid $6,000 so far. Sounds like a lot, but you still owe $14,000. Your brain focuses on the $14,000 remaining, not the $6,000 you've killed. It feels like you're making no progress, like you'll never get there. The counter, visual tracking. Get a piece of paper, draw 20 boxes, each representing $1,000 of debt. Put it on your wall. Every time you pay off $1,000, color in a box. Watch the boxes fill up. Watch the debt disappear visually. This makes progress tangible instead of abstract. You're not staring at $14,000 remaining. You're looking at 6 colored boxes that prove you're moving forward. Trap number 3, the emergency justification. Something unexpected happens. Car repair, medical bill, vet visit, costs $800. You have 2 choices. Use your small emergency buffer and temporarily pause aggressive payments, or put it on the credit card and keep paying $950. Most people put it on the card because they don't want to lose momentum. This is a mistake. You just added new debt while paying off old debt. You're not actually making progress. The counter, keep a separate $1,000 emergency fund that you don't touch except for real emergencies. When the emergency hits, use that fund. Temporarily reduce your debt payment to $500 for 2 months while you rebuild the emergency fund to $1,000. Then resume $950 payments. Yes, this adds a month to your timeline, but it prevents you from going backwards. Trap number 4, the comparison spiral. Your friend just bought a new car. Your coworker is posting vacation photos. Your sibling is talking about their home renovation. You're eating meal prep for the 8th week in a row and haven't bought new clothes in 6 months. It feels like everyone else is living while you're suffering. Here's the truth. Most of those people are financing their lifestyle, new debt on top of old debt. They look like they're winning, but they're digging deeper holes. You're digging out. In 24 months, you'll be free. They'll still be making payments. The counter, avoid social media during intense payoff phases. Comparison is the enemy of contentment. You don't need to see what everyone else is buying. Focus on your progress, your timeline, your freedom date. The mindset that gets you through? This is temporary. 24 months is 2% of your adult life. You're trading 2% of temporary discomfort for 98% of permanent freedom. Keep your eyes on month 24 when the balance hits 0. That's what you're building toward. Once you've got momentum, these strategies can shave 3 to 6 months off your timeline and save you thousands in interest. Hack number 1, the tax refund nuke. If you get a tax refund during your payoff period, every dollar of that refund goes to your credit card debt. The average American gets about $3,000 back. A $3,000 lump sum payment on $20,000 at 22% saves you $660 per year in future interest charges. More importantly, it shortens your timeline by 3 to 4 months. Don't split it. Don't treat yourself. Don't save part of it. Nuke the debt with the full amount. Hack number 2, the bonus and raise redirect. Any bonus from work, any raise, any unexpected income, 100% to debt until you hit 0. You got a $2,000 bonus, entire thing to the credit card. You got a $4,000 raise, that's $333 per month after taxes. Increase your monthly payment from $950 to $1,283. After you're debt-free, then you can enjoy bonuses and raises. During the payoff phase, pretend they don't exist. Hack number 3, the sell everything approach. Look around your house. You've got stuff you don't use, clothes you don't wear, electronics you've upgraded from, furniture that's just taking up space. Sell it. All of it. Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, Poshmark, eBay. Turn your unused stuff into cash, then turn that cash into debt payments. You're not going to make $10,000 doing this, but you might make $500 to $2,000. That's 2 to 4 months of accelerated progress. Hack number 4, the expense re-audit at month 12. After a year of discipline, expenses have a way of creeping back up. A subscription sneaks back in. You're spending slightly more on food. Little things add up. At month 12, do a full re-audit. Find the creep, cut it again. Squeeze out another $100 to $200 per month. That extra $150 per month for the final 12 months is $1,800 in additional payments. Shortens timeline by about 2 months. Final 6 months sprint. When you get to month 18 and you can see the finish line, add side income for the final sprint. You're not building a business, you're generating temporary extra cash to finish faster. Even $300 to $500 per month for 6 months is $1,800 to $3,000 in additional payments. That could shorten a 24-month timeline to 20 or 21 months. When the finish line is visible, short-term intensity is sustainable. You can work weekends for 6 months when you know exactly when it ends. The compound effect of these hacks: tax refund saves 3 months, bonus saves 2 months, sell-off saves 1 month, re-audit saves 2 months, sprint saves 3 months. You just turned a 24-month timeline into an 18-month timeline and saved over $2,000 in interest. Not every hack will apply to you, but even using 2 or 3 can dramatically accelerate your freedom date. The last $3,000 to $5,000 feels completely different from the first $15,000. Here's what changes and how to close it out. When your balance drops below $5,000, something psychological shifts. Suddenly, it feels real that you're almost done. You can see the end. It's not theoretical anymore. It's right there. This either energizes you or makes you complacent. You need it to energize you. The final push strategy. When you're down to your last $3,000 or $4,000, go into overdrive for the final month or two. Cut everything for 30 days. Absolutely everything. Find an extra $300 to $500 that month. Work extra hours if possible. Sell something. Skip anything non-essential. Turn a 3-month finish into a 1-month finish. The final payment ritual matters. This isn't just another bill payment. This is freedom. Before you make the final payment, screenshot your balance. Save that image. Log into your account. Make the final payment that brings the balance to 0. Screenshot the 0 balance. Save that image too. Put both images somewhere you'll see them. These are proof that you did something most people never do. You took $20,000 in credit card debt and killed it in 24 months. Mark the date. Remember it. You just became debt-free. Now, here's what not to do. Don't immediately run out and finance something to celebrate. Don't reward yourself by going back into debt. The cards are paid off, keep them paid off. Celebrate, but celebrate with cash. Go to dinner, take a weekend trip, buy something you've been wanting, but pay cash. Use money from your checking account that you budgeted for the celebration. Don't undo 24 months of work with one stupid decision in month 25. $20,000 in credit card debt at 22% interest is not a life sentence. It's a 24-month problem with a clear solution. Pay $950 per month for 2 years, and it's gone. The math is simple. The execution is hard, but it's achievable. You find the $950 through different methods depending on your income: expense cuts, income increases, or both. You stay on track by removing the ability to create new debt, by tracking progress visibly, by planning rewards at milestones, and by remembering that this is temporary. Here's what you need to do in the next 48 hours. 1. Write down the exact balance and interest rate on every credit card. 2. Pick your timeline. 24 months if you can, 36 or 48 if that's more realistic for your income. 3. Calculate your exact monthly payment needed. 4. Freeze your credit cards today, literally. Put them in ice. 5. Set up automatic payment for the amount you calculated. 6. Tell one person you trust that you're doing this. 7. Start tomorrow. Month 1 begins now. 24 months sounds like a long time, but 24 months from today will arrive whether you pay off the debt or not. You can arrive at that date with 0 credit card debt and complete financial freedom, or you can arrive still making minimum payments and still trapped. The version of you 24 months from now is watching this decision. Don't let them down. You didn't get into this debt because you're bad with money. You got here because life is expensive and credit cards are designed to trap you. But you're getting out, not because you're perfect, but because you committed to a plan and executed it. Start today. Make the first payment bigger than the minimum. Watch the balance drop. In 24 months, you'll be free, and that freedom is worth every sacrifice you're about to make.